First of all, whoever is doing the camera work, it looks like it's like a bootlegged video because they're like in the corner and it's shaking. I don't know why this person who makes $1 million a year or so can't like afford to just buy a tripod for the person who's filming her. But anyway. Hey everyone, welcome to Nicole Reacts, where I, Nicole, react to online marketing guru trainings that I find on the internet. My qualifications for snark and commentary are that I've owned a marketing company for the last 14 years. In addition to that, I've started 2 non-marketing businesses, so I've both needed and provided marketing services in a variety of situations. So I wanted to thank everybody. I was really stuck at under 300 subscribers like for a month, and it was really bumming me out. And somehow overnight, I got over 300, like solidly. So thank you to everyone who subscribed to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel if you do like this content, and feel free to watch it and then decide. But I'd really appreciate that. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize my channel. That's right. If you're seeing an ad right now, that's YouTube making money, not me. So today's person we're reacting to is someone named Amber Voight, who I had never heard of until this morning. But the feedback I've been getting from people leaving comments on the videos, which is awesome, is that they want to see more MLM presenter types, like a Christy Stone situation. I'll link to the video I reacted to with Christy Stone in the show notes below. But, finding these people can be kind of hard. So if for some reason you know the name of somebody who has a downline that they do presentations for, and that they have some kind of publicly available video that I can see, feel free to leave as a comment, or if you want to be more secretive about it, go to this contact form, fill it out. It comes to me. That's my business website. So appreciate any names or help that you can give me. But this person I found with the help of Google when I looked up top earner unique, and it's Amber Voight. She lives in Minnesota. She brands herself as a business consultant, which is always interesting. She built a massive downline, and somehow she thinks that makes her a business expert. But anyway, so today's video is called Amber's Instagram Hacks. It's about 26 minutes long. It looks like in this video she's on a stage, so I'm guessing she's at some kind of unique convention of some sort. So yeah, we're just gonna hope the sound is okay. Obviously, if you're seeing this video, the sound I thought was good enough to present this video, but let's see what we can learn about Instagram. Oh, and quick note that this video was uploaded at the end of 2019. So if she doesn't mention Reels or certain other Instagram things that have come out since then, it's not that she's incompetent in that specific way. It's that they just didn't exist yet. So let's hear from Amber.
So hard on personal development, working 18, 19 hours a day sometimes, hardly ever getting any sleep. I built an organization doing about $300,000 per month. That was in 3 months. So it can happen fast.
Okay. So I kind of thought she'd be getting right into the presentation. First of all, whoever is doing the camera work, it looks like it's like a bootlegged video because they're like in the corner and it's shaking. I don't know why this person who makes $1 million a year or so can't like afford to just buy a tripod for the person who's filming her. But anyway, we're going to keep an eye on how long she shills before she begins the actual content. Sir, we're at 19 seconds right now, and we're hearing about what a big baller she is. But anyway, let's continue.
Fast, you have that drive. So I'm really excited because social media has opened up so many doors for me. I mean, we have access to the whole world on social media. So I'm going to go through exactly what I'm doing, and I'm going to focus on Instagram today. After talking on the social media panel yesterday, I realized that Instagram, most of your questions were about that platform. So can I see a raise of hands? Who here is on Instagram right now? Oh, I like that. Who's here having success on Instagram? I like that too, because we're going to get those hands up, a lot more hands up for that question. Okay, so let me do this right. Okay, so here's what we're going to be going over.
Okay, so we're starting the content. We're at 1 minute in exactly. So I'm guessing usually these presentations that they're doing at a convention, they're getting paid to be there. So there's less shilling happening. Also, all these people are in unique, so it's not like she can add them to her downline. So I'm guessing there's going to be less selling in this presentation than there would be otherwise. But Influencer Academy. Okay. Be curious what we're going to learn here.
Setting up your profile, getting followers, and also a hack that I learned. So with Instagram, one of the best features is the swipe up feature. Because when we have,
So did someone fart, or was that a chair? I don't know what that was, but
a post about our product or about our opportunity, they can just swipe up and go right to the link. Now, Instagram says you have to have 10,000 followers to utilize this tool. I know some hacks around that, so I'm really excited to share those with you.
yeah, obviously the swipe up thing is less of a big deal now that Instagram has kind of changed how they do that. But well, sorry, keep going, Amber.
Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about is setting up your profile. You guys, first, I want to say, don't buy bots. Don't buy followers. I've seen this happen. I've done it myself. I'm going to be transparent with you. When I first started getting into Instagram, I thought that would help, right? That would help. Buy some followers. Do not do it. It does not help. Everybody knows you bought them because the comments are like, great content. That's all they have. Don't buy them. Instagram, actually, they run programs and they find.
I don't know if there's like somebody with a gastro issue. I'm sympathetic to that because I have as a hot girl, I have stomach problems. But I love how right off it's like, do as I say, not as I do. She's like, don't do this. I did it, but don't do it. So what I want to ask her is, did you delete the people that you bought because they were bad, or did you just leave them there? Oh, you just left them there because you already bought them anyway. Okay, got it.
Find accounts that have followers that are not real that they bought. You can get your entire account wiped out. I didn't get my account wiped out. I almost did. I got all of the fake followers wiped out, which was a blessing because they aren't buying from you. That's just ego. So do not buy followers.
That's ego, except we're talking about how to increase your Instagram followers, right? So really, if we care just about business, we should be talking about how to get more customers from our Instagram following rather than growing our Instagram account. Although I guess the video is called Amber's Instagram hack. So maybe, I guess I thought there'd be more hacks than just one hack at the end that she alluded to. But anyway.
You can find them organically. So one way that I find mine is I use hashtags. I search hashtags. You can go search and just the things you love. So I say find 5 hobbies of yours, 5 passions of yours. Be yourself. Remember we talked about that.
What is it with all them finding 5? Christy Stone was the same thing. You have to have like 5 things about yourself. And if the picture you want to post on Instagram is not speaking to one of those 5 things, then don't post it. I don't know. Like, what is it with the 5 things? It's just funny that they all say that.
Yesterday, people join you first, the company second. So I want you to be yourself. And they don't even have to be anything about your business. So for me, I'm really into wigs right now. I know it's weird, but I love changing my hair color every day. So I'm really into wigs, and that is what I'm searching. I
thought she said wings, like chicken wings, but wigs. Got it.
To the search bar, and I'm typing in wigs. Now I'm finding girls who are posting pictures of their wigs and posting pictures of the things that I'm searching. I'm liking their pictures. I'm commenting on their pictures. Majority of the time, they're like, who is this person?
Also, why is this guy's head there? I don't know. She's filming this for her channel, right? Wouldn't you have put the tripod in a better place? What I think happened is somebody filmed this, told her that they filmed it, and then she was like, oh, can I post it to my channel? I bet that's what happened, because it looks, like I said, like we're sitting in a movie theater consuming an illegal movie together.
And they come and they find me and they follow me. So that's what I'm doing. It can be anything. It can be health and wellness. If you love cycling, you can look up some cycling and just make your profile around that. So I have tutorials on how to install wigs. The girls who I'm finding on Instagram, they're watching these videos. They're getting to know me. They're like, wow, I really like her. She likes the same things that I like. And then they see my network marketing post in with it. I don't make my profile about my network marketing business. It's about me, what I love, my passions, my hobbies. My passion and my hobby is also my business, though.
We'll look at her Instagram after. Don't worry.
So those are equally incorporated into my account. Does that make sense? Yeah. So they see that and they're like, wow, if she can do it, she's just like me. I can do it. She's traveling to Amsterdam. Man, I wish I could go to Amsterdam. What is she doing? I want to find out what she's doing. So you guys, they're coming to me. That's amazing. That's why I've signed up 3,000 people in the last 6 years personally.
You know what? You don't have to join. You don't have to join an MLM. You can just go to Amsterdam. You can get a ticket to somewhere in Europe. You can subscribe for flight deals. Like there's multiple websites where when the flights go below a certain price, it emails you. I stayed on a houseboat in Amsterdam for like $50 a night. Granted, this was 7 years ago, so maybe the price is a little bit higher, but for the price of what you'll have to pay in product per month to meet your minimum sales goal, to keep your rank, for the re-enrollment fees, for the conventions, if you want to go to Amsterdam, just go to Amsterdam. And, yeah, you're not going to necessarily stay in a luxury hotel and all of that, but you wouldn't be if you were going with these people anyway. So if you want to do this stuff, don't see this as a vehicle. So if you want to do this stuff, this is not your only way to get to Amsterdam. Just saying.
They've come to me from just showing my lifestyle and connecting with them. I find them, but I entice them to ask me, what is it that you do? So when we have a profile, we want to stand out. So I want you to really be clear with your pictures. Instagram is all about pictures. We don't have like statuses that you write. It's all visual. So don't be lazy when it comes to your pictures. I've seen this on my own team, and it's always kind of awkward to approach the subject saying, can we make sure that you don't have like, your kids running around in the background? Can we make sure like just where the camera view is, it's nice and neat, no distractions in the back. You got to make your pictures as much quality as you can, right?
Yeah, so before I started this company, I worked at a newspaper, and they drilled into all of us to check the background of photos for things. And I remember one time somebody had covered a school board meeting, and wherever it was held, there was a bunch of these like got milk posters from a previous ad campaign that Milk did, where like they'd have celebrities with the milk mustaches. And so the picture that we ended up having to use, I think, for the front page of the paper was where this guy was talking about something like pretty controversial. And behind him, you can see like this woman in a red dress. I don't know what celebrity it was. I can't remember, but it was one of those milk ads and the milk mustache and like his like beige or gray suit. And then like the bright red pop. I mean, obviously like all you could see was her, but obviously you can crop some of that stuff out, but I see what she's saying, which is that if your photos are distracting, it's hard to pay attention to what's in them.
Just snap and post. Take a little effort, take a little bit of time, plan them. Now I like my profile to be super clean and to kind of flow together. So I just don't take a picture and snap it. I put it through apps. Now I don't do like editing apps because I sell cosmetics, so I don't want to like filter my face up, right? That wouldn't be very authentic of me. But I do go through apps like Lightroom is one. It's from Adobe. And you can get some presets. And I have a preset that is the same. So this is the original picture. That's the preset. So it's not a huge difference. It just kind of gives it more of a color pop. Also, all the pictures are the same preset. So when people are going through it, it reads really, really nicely.
So I'm one of those people that doesn't really care about this. Tell me if you're the kind of person who, when you go to someone's Instagram feed, you see if everything kind of has the same colors and tones. To me, I take a lot of pictures of different things. Like I might take a picture of a sunset. I might take a picture of my dog. I might take a picture at the beach. And those are all very different subject and lighting situations. And I feel like putting them all through the same filter, I don't know, like they're all different. And it's okay that they're different. I don't see anything wrong with like, for example, if I'm at the beach and there's a ton of sun, maybe it's kind of washing out the color of the water because it's so bright. Just because the camera captured it doesn't mean it's what your eye sees. So to me, I like use something like Snapseed and I just touch up the picture before I post it. I don't think, if you want to do that, that's fine. I feel like the presets in buying an Adobe license for your multi-level marketing company are a little overboard, but anyway.
I always shoot my pictures on square mode. So it fits in there really nice. It all just fits just really, really clean and clear. That's what I want. I want my profile to stand out when people go and look at it where they want to follow me. So don't be lazy with it. Just plan it.
And if we're talking about planning it, if we want to be picky about it, the picture she's showing, I would have brought it down a little bit because we don't need to see as much of the kind of above her garage door area, but the bumper is a little bit cut off on the bottom of the car. So I would bring it down so I could see the entire car without anything getting cut off. That's just me.
There's also programs out there. There's hashtag. If you go to your app store, type in hashtag. You can type in, the things that you like. It's going to give you a ton of hashtags you can use. You can type in grid. I use the Instagram grid where I can put my pictures in, and it's going to show me a preview what it's going to look like.
Why not have had this stuff screenshotted and put it as part of the slide presentation? How do people find the hashtags? You find them on Instagram, or do you use a hashtag search website? How do you keep track of which hashtags you use? Do you put a little note on your phone with all of them in it and then delete the ones you don't use? That's my ex-husband's trick. Or, do you use a program that allows you to save captions and then you can reuse different captions for different things? Like giving people a little bit of tactical information might help here, but of course, we're not going to do that.
So you can do kind of like picture quote. You can just make it you. You can make it stand out more than the other accounts on there. So
you could show a couple of examples. Here's a couple of accounts I think that stand out really well for people on my team. And this is why I think they stand out a lot. Here's what this person's doing versus, and here's another example of someone standing out in a different way. And here's what they're doing. If you have an idea of what that is, I don't get why you couldn't show an example of it.
So just take a little bit of time. Okay, this is what I'm really excited about. If you don't have 10,000 followers, that is okay. We can still get around that swipe up feature. So I have some examples here. Now, I did edit them while I was sitting in the crowd because I took them straight from my personal Instagram, and I wanted to keep it very generic without my products. So we'll see how it turns out. I edited it on my phone.
You knew you were giving this presentation ahead of time, right? Like, why couldn't you have edited them on your computer? I'm completely unprepared.
Okay, first one. This one is just asking to DM you. This is super simple. A lot of people don't know that it's just going to go right into your inbox. So stories are where it's at. I still
ask people to DM you so they don't have to swipe up.
Post pictures on my Instagram, but I really do stories. And so I've heard trainings where people say, do at least 3 stories a day, more than that. Like 15. People love
15 stories a day. Oh my God. I follow some people who do that, like sort of cringe follow them. Who has time
to go through them? And when I do one story, that's like a video, that can cut out like 6 stories at once because you just go, click, 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 click. So this is the first one. If you don't have 10,000 followers, on there I had a picture of my business kit. So you can put your business kit on there. And what kit would you choose? Send me an emoji if you want the link. People are clicking that, and if they see it, they're just really easy, just right down there, they're just gonna send the emoji. And then you can go to your inbox and you can send everybody the link. That's a really easy way, right?
So they DM you with a certain emoji. And then I like how she put your recruiting post. Okay, so she doesn't want to show her products. So maybe she's not at a unique presentation. Maybe she's at a presentation for a different MLM. Because it's weird she wants to cover up her products, because wouldn't it be helpful for people to see kind of how you sell things?
The next way, I love doing polls. I love them, I love them, I love them. Okay, so I put a picture of my product, and then I said, do you like, full coverage, light coverage? If you're in health and wellness, you have a strawberry shake, a vanilla shake. You say, hey, what flavor do you like better?
If you're in health and wellness. Okay, so if maybe she's at a health and wellness MLM. Again, I feel like, and this could be 2022 talking here, but I feel like now we know when an MLM person posts a poll, if you participate in it, you're going to get some weird message after. So whenever I see a poll from what I think is one of those people, I just don't respond to it. I don't know. Tell me if you feel like we've caught on to this or not as a society.
Strawberry, vanilla. Make it for your company, right? And then they just click it. And now here's the coolest thing. A lot of people don't know this, but you can go through your stories and you can see the votes.
Yeah, you can look at the votes and then you can send them an awkward message.
A lot of people don't know this, but sometimes when I put some on, I'm like, do you like this hair color or this hair color? And they'll be like, no. They don't know I can see it.
We know you can see it. We just don't want you to contact us.
See it. But you can go and you can see all of the votes. And then you can go and just press that little paper airplane, send them your link right there.
Send them a message, awkward message. Yep, that's why we don't vote on your polls.
They're coming to you. They're just leads just falling in your lap.
Are they leads or are they just participating in a poll? If I'm answering a poll, do you like light or full coverage? I don't think I am like primed and ready to buy makeup. I think I'm just thinking, oh, I wouldn't know how to do full coverage if I had to. So I'm going to pick light.
So hold up your poll. Okay, so here's another one. This one I love. There's the chat feature. This is brand new on Instagram, only a few months old. So I had a picture of my product. And so let's say you're in health and wellness, you can say, hey, have you tried our new multivitamin? Join the chat if you want the link. They press that chat. Everybody that clicks join the chat is going to go in one group chat.
First of all, catty slide design bitch. That font is way too small. I've heard that if you're doing a slide presentation, minimum font size should be 22 point. Okay, just so people can actually see it. But the second thing is I want to talk a little bit about what she is alluding to here, which is the whole chatbot thing. So within Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, there might be other ones, but those are kind of the three I see with the software I use the most. When somebody messages your Instagram account, your Facebook page, your WhatsApp business, there is a way that they can engage with a chatbot, which you can build. Now, I know that that sounds difficult because when we think of bots, we think programming. But if you're really good at those, you know, those stories. I mean, when I was a kid, it was choose your own adventure story. So you'd read a story and then it would be like, and Bobby walks up to the cave. If you think if he goes in the cave, go to page 97. If he runs away from the cave, go to page 106. And then you would go to that page, the story would continue, and then you'd be faced with another decision. And then you would decide what page to go to from there. Basically, a chatbot is essentially that. And I did read a stat that something like 60% of people, the part that frustrates them about contacting a business is waiting to hear back. And so what a chatbot can do when you're closed is kind of act like your 24/7 customer service agent. Now, you can program chatbots to appear as a welcome chat. So when someone first sends you a message, that they get some kind of automated response, right? Or you can program a chat sequence that can be started based on a number of things. So let's say that they type in the word hours. That's called a keyword trigger. And so what you could do is anytime someone types in hours or open or something like that, you could send them a message that say, you know, here are our hours, you know, and then a picture of, you know, your hours. And you know, outside of hours, you know, it's best to call us and leave us a phone message, click here to call, you know, that kind of thing. So it's interactive and it gets people to the information they need without you having to respond right away. So what she's saying when people respond to something and they all go in the same group chat, I think that's what she means, is because when someone talks to you in these chatbots, they become a contact in the chatbot. And so there's a list of people who have initiated contact with your Facebook page, your Instagram account, your WhatsApp business back there. And from there, there are rules about if you're allowed to contact them and when you're allowed to contact them, which have changed pretty recently. I believe you can now send broadcast messages for a longer period of time than you were previously able to. A broadcast message is a message that goes out to everybody who has initiated a message with you. It's almost like an email list, but it lives on your Facebook or Instagram Messenger. You can't contact these people for an indefinite period of time unless you're contacting them about an order or some other kind of automated contact that is allowed. So anyway, look into the rules because, like I said, they changed pretty recently. And so I'm not confident that when you're watching this video, the rules will even be the same as they are now. And what I'll do is I'll link to some resources below, including the ManyChat program that I use to program my chatbots. If you sign up with my link, I get like $2. So I will say that's an affiliate link, although that is also noted in the show notes. But it's really not as hard as you think it would be. And if you want some help, please reach out. Happy to help you with it. But I believe that's what she's alluding to here. I'm curious if she uses the term so that people can find out more information later. Let's continue.
So you can just send a whole message. You can send your link right there to everybody. So I love, love, love that feature. So you open your story. You take a picture of this. Select stickers, and then you select the chat stickers. And then design your Insta story to tell people, what to do. Now this one's my favorite, and this is the closest to the swipe up feature. Are you guys utilizing Instagram TV? Because it's bomb. I love Instagram TV. This is like the new YouTube, I swear. So this is also a way I'm finding new people to follow me, and that was an accident. I didn't even know. I posted some Instagram TVs of some training of how to do Instagram TV. I had a ton of bloggers who somehow found it through Instagram, and they're watching it. They're not even in network marketing.
They're not even interested.
Bloggers. They're on Instagram every day.
They're not even buying my stuff. They're just talking about me.
Found my training through Instagram training or through the Instagram TV. So what you do is you're going to this is really cool too. If you're on Facebook and if you do videos on Facebook or lives on Facebook, you can take that live, you can save it to your phone, and then you can go and you can repurpose it. So you can go to your Instagram TV, which is that little box right up there by the messages, and then you can upload your Facebook Live or pre-recorded video, and then you're kind of repurposing it, right? So after you put it there, you can share it to your stories, and I'm going to show you how. I don't know if we have volume, but there's my stories. I'm going through all of my stories. And then if I share it, I put the title. And then in the description, you can put your link. And anybody can just go and click that. So it doesn't matter if you have 10,000 followers or not. You can go and put your Instagram story.
You couldn't edit out the part where you started and stopped the recording. Oh my God, these people are lazy.
Save it to your stories, your Instagram TV, save it to your stories. And then in the description, you can say, hey, for example, you can put, click here to get started. Click here for more information. And when they click it, it's going to go, you can put your website. And it's going to go directly to your website. So it's the exact same thing as a swipe up feature without having 10,000 followers. How cool is that? It's cool. Yes. You guys can make noise. It's cool. Yeah. So that's all I have for Instagram. But I have 15 minutes. I want to talk to you a little bit about Facebook business pages as well, because I go hand in.
The video is called Amber's Instagram hacks. I want to see some hacks. The hack would be the thing she just talked about with the. Okay.
Hand with my Facebook business page and my Instagram. Now my Instagram is set up as a business account. It's the exact same as a personal account, but you can link your business page. You also have a little bit more.
You have to make it a business account now if you want to link them.
More insights, you can do promotions, which is like paying for ads. So I always have mine. I'm just going to switch back and forth, personal and business. Mine's always on business. So you guys, when you post on your Instagram, it's going to go directly to your Facebook business page. And now algorithms with Facebook are huge right now for the business page. I used to preach, if you watch any of my old videos with my red hair on YouTube, I'm talking about personal page, personal page, personal page. Facebook changes. The times change. That is not correct anymore.
Also, if you have a business, you should have been using a business page the whole time. Like, that's what they're built for. I have clients who insisted on, they're like, well, I want a personal page. I'm just going to make up a name here. Al's Coffee. First name Al's, second, last name Coffee. And they insisted on keeping it a personal profile. And, you can't do product catalogs. You can't do remarketing pixels. You can't really run ads. You have a limit to how many friends you can have. You have to manually approve people. You don't get any stats. So this whole time, Facebook is hey, we have business pages. And people like this have successfully, I guess, avoided using them so that they could, not be regulated as real businesses are regulated. But I guess Facebook's cracking down. So she's like, yeah, you should be a business. And I agree, but you should have been a business the whole time. Just saying.
Business pages have the best algorithm business pages have more tools for you to use.
The best algorithm. Okay, everything is an algorithm. The reason you're seeing a piece of content on a website is an algorithm. It's based on your browsing history. It's based on who you're friends with. It's based on what your friends are sharing. It's based on websites you've clicked on. Like, everything has an algorithm. There isn't it just different algorithms work differently.
Build your business. You can see more insight. You can run ads. So I love the business page. Now I'm going to tell you guys, if you are already using your personal profile, it is going to be a little bit hard. It's going to be a little bit hard at first. And this was hard for me because I got the majority of my views. I have some videos on my Facebook personal page that have 1 million views. I wasn't getting that over on my business page because where you have your consistency, where your energy goes, that's where you're going to get results, right?
Yeah, and also you're just not going to get 1 million views on a Facebook video, probably. It just probably isn't going to happen.
So it was hard for me not to go back and start posting only on my personal page, but I just stayed consistent and I stayed posting on my personal page, and I do share my post.
I'm really confused. She stopped posting her personal page, and then she said, but I've been really consistent in posting to my personal. I'm confused as to what she's actually doing right now.
From the business page to my personal page sometimes, or I tag myself so it shows up on both, but I really focused on the business page. Took me about, I would say, 3 months, but I got my views and my audience over to the same amount on my business page that I did on my personal profile, and actually more now. So you just got to stay consistent with it, guys. So what I love about the business page and Instagram integrated is sometimes we're like, oh, I don't have enough time. I'm trying to post this on Instagram.
Yeah, if you're posting 15 stories a day, for example, as just one thing you're doing, I can see why you feel like you wouldn't have a lot of time.
What do I post on Facebook? It just goes together. How easy is that? Work smarter, not harder.
Post the same thing to both. I mean, you can. That's it's certainly a strategy.
And at first I was a little worried. I said, well, are people gonna want to see the same things? Like,
yeah, different people like Facebook versus Instagram. I'm not super strict or hard on this. I just think that the platforms work differently. Like, hashtag tolerance is a lot higher on Instagram. There's interactive features on Instagram you could take advantage of, like the polls and stuff she was talking about that aren't so much on Facebook. So I think if you're taking a piece of content and you're realizing how it works differently in the different places and taking advantage of that, I think that that's okay. But
I'm going to get annoyed. But then I learned I have whole different audiences on each platform. And the people who follow me, they don't care if they see it twice. So I had to get that out of my head because that held me back for a long time. They're going to see the same thing. Or you can switch it up a little bit too. So I'm going to take any questions you have before I keep going about Instagram in general. Do you guys have any? I don't have that box, but I can hear good. Hi, sweetheart.
I had a real, it took me a long time to find out what the videos I had on IGTV.
Yeah.
Switching between your personal page and the home page. I found it really difficult to see the difference.
For Instagram TV?
Yes.
Well, if it's on your personal page or your business page, it doesn't matter. Your Instagram TV will be for both. So if I switch to my personal page for Instagram, which it's like the same thing, I just can't promote and I can't like boost, which is doing advertisements. But my Instagram TV is still there. I still have the same username. There's really no difference for our audience. If we're on a business page or a personal page, it's only the back end for us and the insight that we can see. So either way, girlfriend. You're welcome. Do we have any other questions? Yes, honey.
Yes, I see people like Dorothy or Sonia Wellington.
Yeah, I follow her. I love her.
Yeah, posting sometimes 5-6 times per day on Instagram. Would you say it's important to post many times a day?
On your stories. You don't have to do it on your feed. You can post a picture, 2 pictures a day on the feed.
Okay, so we're at 15 Instagram stories in a theoretical world and 2 in-feed posts just for Instagram.
Sometimes I even go 2 days, but I am every single day on my stories. That's what people watch mostly. they click through the stories, they click through everyone's stories, and if it catches their attention, or if you have what we showed on the screen with, DM me or getting them involved, getting them active, they're gonna interact with you more. And then they're gonna see your stuff more as well. So the more interactions they get on your stories, the more your stories are gonna pop up in the beginning for them. Yes.
Is there also automation possible with Instagram?
Yes,
Yes.
but I do want to tell you guys, Instagram and Facebook do not like third-party applications. They can shut your account down. Like, I used to use Hootsuite, however you say it, and I almost got my account shut down for it.
No, that's not fucking true. You're not going to get banned for using social media scheduling software, okay? Because if you did, every ad agency in the world would be in trouble because that's what we're using. Now, I will say that I have heard anecdotally that Facebook's publishing tools, which allow you to publish to Facebook and Instagram, by scheduling it ahead of time, I've heard anecdotally that works better than third-party scheduling software. I actually might run my own experiment. So stay tuned subscribe to this channel. And in the next month or so, I'm going to run a bit of an experiment and I'm going to see if engagement improves when I use their scheduler. But you will not get your account deleted or suspended for using a third-party scheduling software. And I will say, even as a very recent example, we just started posting for a client last week. So I'm recording this at the beginning of August. So we started at the beginning of August for them. And we set them up their own later.com account, which is a type of social media scheduling software. So they can log in and look at it and see what's going out at any given time to the different channels that we're maintaining for them. And they have gotten excellent interaction and views on things, much better than what they were doing before by manually posting things on Facebook. So I will run more of a more scientific experiment for this. But I'm here to say that you're not going to get banned from social media for scheduling posts in other software.
They don't like third-party products.
She's a liar. Yep. I've worked for close to 500 people now, mostly using scheduling software. This doesn't happen. If you're about to get banned from a platform, it's because you're doing something else. It's because you're maybe scheduling nefarious stuff through that third-party platform.
Yes. Yeah. So what you do is you're going to go to, I wish my thing was still up. You go to your settings. So there's like 3 little bars on the bottom. Go to your settings. And then on there, it'll be personal or business. Do you see it?
Scroll all the way down.
Come see me at lunch. I'll show you. It's on there. Yeah, it's right there with the white shirt. Yep, you.
How do you manage time on Instagram?
How do I manage it? So I just live my life. I live my life. My business is part of my life. So in the morning, if you're in health and wellness, you can show yourself making your shake, getting your vitamins out. If you're in cosmetics, you can show yourself getting ready in the morning. No matter what your product is, it fits into your life. And I'm just showing that. Even like when I'm going to the gym, I'm recording like, all right, guys, going to the gym today. It's going to be leg day. And it's almost like follows me throughout the day.
My God, this sounds so exhausting to me. Now, I've recently moved in with my boyfriend, but before I moved in with him, I lived by myself. And one of the last days I was in my apartment, I thought, you know what? I should do kind of a day in the life of, because I can record my life because currently it doesn't really affect anybody else, right? And I lost interest at about 10:30 in the morning. I think I recorded a clip of myself eating breakfast and a clip of myself sitting down at my computer, and then I completely forgot to do it. So, this having to document your life just sounds completely exhausting to me, but.
So it's just recording my life and people can get to know me. And then when I meet them, they're like, oh my gosh, I feel like I know you already because they watch me through my lives.
Because we have a parasocial relationship.
And through my stories. Right there at the black.
I just followed you.
Hey.
Yeah. Follow. Yeah. I also posted a tag of you speaking in Amsterdam.
Thank you.
So I'll probably get more followers.
Okay, so she's in Amsterdam speaking right now, which explains the European accents of the questions.
You can share it, Amber.
I will share it. I will. That's one thing too. Encourage your people who follow you to repost your stuff. So like, this is so cool. This is what I do when I get the most interaction for this, and it's so fun because I love to give back to my people.
I'd love to give back. Why don't you take some of the millions of dollars and send it to people in your downline then?
So I'll go to the Starbucks website. I'll get a virtual Starbucks card. I'll load like $300 on it, and then I'll post it because it's just like a QR code. I'll post it on my story and say, hey guys, free Starbucks on me today. Post a picture of you with your Starbucks and tag me. And I get so many people on there, so they have their Starbucks, and then I reshare it on my story, and it just helps so much with my engagement.
That's actually kind of a cool idea. Okay. I'll give you that, Amber. That's kind of a neat idea.
So that's awesome. Mm-hmm.
But what I do wish I could do is make this work with a local business. You gotta think on that.
You don't sponsor ads on Instagram?
I have, yes, and they work. So it's kind of trial and error though. I don't, even on Facebook business page, I don't spend a lot of money. One thing, I have a woman in my organization, she's not in my organization, I wish she was. In my company, she sold over $1 million in products on her own, and she does it through sponsored posts on Facebook. And I asked her, I was like, how do you do this? I'm like, okay, well, I make more money, so I'm just gonna put a lot more money in my post, and maybe I'll have those results. So I put like $5,000 in a post once. You guys, I got 0 from it.
If you're gonna run ads, don't put $5,000 on one post, okay? If you have not tested your audience, seen what they liked, see what they react to with a lower amount of money first, don't put a big amount of money ahead of time. One of my clients now, I actually have a $5,000 a month ad budget with him. But when we first met, he's like, okay, like let's spend $5,000. And I was like, whoa. We don't know your audience yet. So let's get to know them a little bit. And I took him through a series of ads. It started off with 46 cents a conversion. We're down to 7 cents a conversion now. If I would have taken $5,000, it would have spent a lot faster at 46 cents per conversion than 7 cents a conversion. So I took a month or two. I tried some different things, found the best section of his audience and what was converting for them. And now we run ads to that, and it's super cheap. And I think he likes me. So don't run one experiment like this and then think ads don't work. That's not how ads work. The ads work differently for different pages, different Facebook pages, and for different Instagram pages. And creative works differently for different people. And timing works differently for different people. And placements work differently for different people. So you have to experiment a little bit first before you put, the red chip on the roulette table on, number 8 or something, I don't even know if I did that roulette analogy right, but you probably get what I'm talking about.
What I get most from, when I do like $30 for the week, $10, small ones, I get way more interaction. So don't start big. Just put a few bucks to it. If you're going to sponsor a post, just a few dollars, see how it performs. Way in the back.
I agree with spending a little bit of money and time, but I also think you could be a little bit more purposeful with it to get results. But
TikTok, I'm on it. Like, I'm not on it yet, but after this event, I'm joining TikTok. I actually am part of a lot of influencer groups on Facebook, and I just had one of my friends post in that group. She said, I just joined TikTok 3 months ago. I have 80,000 followers on there now that I'm able to direct to my other platforms. I'm on it. My kids are going to cringe. They're going to be like, Mom, you're embarrassing, but I'm getting on TikTok.
Love TikTok. Find me there.
Yes, I did.
I'll link to my TikTok below. To be clear, it is my name because it is my personal views and things. I'm going to probably set up a business TikTok here eventually. I just enjoy being on it personally, so I haven't really done much with the business front yet.
Social media strategy part of notification system.
Yes.
In the whole team for your
Yes, yeah, that's what we do.
Everybody to learn stuff.
Yes, and I don't do my trainings just for my team because when I put them actually on Instagram TV because I'm finding people who aren't even in network marketing who are finding my trainings on social media because they're trying to become social media stars and influencers and bloggers. And those are the network that I want. So yeah, it's all on my Instagram TV. All right, I think we saw another question. Yes, honey.
On hashtags, where do you get
the hashtags? Excellent question.
best engagement or the best algorithm on the post, on the feed, or on the comments?
Comments, because then you can erase them too. You can bring back a picture to life. So let's say I posted a picture 20 weeks ago, and I go there, and if I go into my comments and I delete all those hashtags, and I have them all saved, I use the hashtag app on Instagram. You can use your notepad too. I mean, you can keep it simple. And I go and I put it in the comments. That picture pops up to the top of that hashtag then, so you can repurpose them. But with the hashtags, what I really focus on are other people's hashtags, not even my own. I go and I search the hashtags of the things I love, the things that I'm passionate about, the things that I do every.
I've never actually tried that before either. Maybe I'll have to do a video about if that works. The deleting your hashtags and then reposting the hashtags as a comment on the original post. I just feel like all this rearranging the deck chairs thing is time that you could spend doing more valuable things. You know, these little tricks might fool the algorithm for a little while, but it's not going to be a long-term thing. So the idea of spending hours of my week deleting hashtags and re-adding them makes me want to gouge my own eyes out.
Every single day in my life, and that I show on my Instagram. And I'm starting to interact with the people who are posting with those hashtags. Because let's be honest, most girls on Instagram, they want to get more followers. So when they see me interact with them, they go and they look at my profile. And that's where I want to catch them. So that's where I say, don't be sloppy with your pictures. Don't be sloppy with your content. Take time and plan it out. Because they're going to be looking at you. And if it's a sloppy content, if it's a real blurry picture, they're not going to follow you.
It's a really shaky video. By the way, those red chairs do look nice, though, that they're sitting in. We've seen the backs of them a couple of times. I'm just saying, it's kind of rich for her to be like, don't get sloppy with your content. And this video is a little sloppy. Let's face it.
We want to catch their engagement right away, right? Yeah.
Why do you follow back less people?
Oh, why do I have less followers than follow you? I don't know.
Okay, she thinks that if you're following more people than follow you back, that you're kind of silly. Like, I can tell she like doesn't want to say that, but I don't really care. To me, it could just mean that people are interested in other people. I don't judge people based on the follower to followee ratio, but so I think she does just based on her reaction here.
Follow my friends. I don't really follow people instead if I don't know them. Instead, I'm interacting with their posts. You can like them, you can comment on them without friending them. So I friend the people who I really know. Because also, if you have a larger number of people that you're following than are following you, people are going to assume that you're buying and you're kind of like just liking people to get followers. I don't really want to have.
I know. I mean, but if the number isn't really that different, like if I'm following 1,000 people and 800 people follow me, I just assume that like that person, you know, if I would see that number, that they were just interested in following different kinds of people. Not that their content was bad or something.
I don't want to do that. So I want real followers. Yes.
What about, is there any social media platforms that haven't helped you thrive?
Well, I've never used Twitter, but I'm not saying it doesn't work because I know it works. I also haven't used LinkedIn, but that's just because I just focus on a few. I don't want to get too overwhelmed. So pick the ones that you want to do and focus on those. I do too. Facebook and Instagram. That's and soon to be TikTok. You guys won me over on that. Do we have any more? Perfect. Oh, yes.
Do you see a difference between the people on Facebook and Instagram, and then a recommendation for other people go to Facebook and other people go to Instagram? Or
Yes, I do. The younger generation's on Instagram. I don't want to offend anyone because I'm on Facebook too, and I'm 33 years old, okay? But my younger generation are saying, we don't want to be on Facebook. That's where mom is. Mom's on Facebook. We're on Instagram.
It's funny because I just did a broadcast with regional SBDC. I helped them with their live stream, and they have a couple of Gen Z interns. And the Gen Z interns, they're like, I don't know, they're probably in their early 20s. And they're like, no, we use Facebook. So I think if you want to know what Gen Z is doing, let's ask Gen Z. Let's not ask people like me and people like her who are not in Gen Z. Let's just ask them. But from my sample size, it seems like they are on Facebook. Yeah.
We get the same thing.
Same thing?
My daughter actually threatened me. She goes, "You're not going on TikTok.
Ah.
If you go on TikTok, you're gonna embarrass me, and I'm not gonna go to school." And I said, "Listen, I'm going on TikTok."
So I'm gonna do it anyways, and I'm gonna buy you clothes.
And
with
I
it,
did.
okay?
And she's not talking to me at the moment. When I go back, I will convince her.
Yeah, say, hey, you want mom to make some money? Mom's gonna be on TikTok.
Mom's gonna do it.
Yes.
Her daughter's not talking to her. That's sad. Why are we chuckling at this?
Amber, on Facebook ads as well as Instagram, do you do a lot of your own organic work, or do you do a lot of ads as well, or is there a percentage one or the other?
You know what I did on Facebook, and it worked. I mean, those slides I had up, I had 58,000 followers. I have almost 70,000 now. And it was just very shortly. It was only like in a month or two time that I was able to gain, that higher number. And that was because I boosted just for a few dollars, all of my videos for a few weeks. And I only put like $5 in each video. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a huge investment, but it brought me a big investment in people.
Right.
Fantastic. Thank you.
You're so welcome. All right, guys, that's all I have. Hang on. Yes, I see you. Try it. I mean, don't put a lot of money in it. Put $5, $10 in it. See if you get a result. It's all trial and error. Everything in this business, I think, is trial and error. Try it. If it doesn't work, try something else, right? That's what I do with my business, and it works for me. Try it. If it's saying it's good to promote, test it out. Test it out for a week. So what I was saying though, before we end, difference between, I'm sorry, I didn't finish all of your question. The difference between different people on Facebook and Instagram. The younger generation's on Instagram, and that's why I'm focusing on Instagram. I still want my Facebook. I still want the people who are my age and older. I still my top sellers are in their 60s. So I'm not gonna exclude them, but I do want the new generation because they know Instagram, they know social media, and that's who I want. So that's why I focus on Instagram. All right, we have any more? I'm so excited that I was able to talk to you guys. If you guys ever have any questions,
We will
just feel
follow
free
you
to reach
and
out.
we will ask you.
What was that?
We will follow you and we will ask you.
Yes, I'm always here to answer any questions. So you guys are awesome. I'm so excited. Let's fill this room next year, okay?
All right, so I just want to share with you the journey I just went on to find this woman's Instagram because it shouldn't be this hard, especially if you're a marketing person. First, I went to ambervoight.com, which was the link that was on her slide, or slides, I should say. And it's now a Chinese website. So then I thought, okay. And so I Googled her name, found her Facebook page, clicked on the Linktree link in her Facebook page, clicked on the Instagram icon on the Linktree, and it says that the username doesn't exist. So then I went to Instagram.com, I searched the hashtag Amber Voight, and I found her account. So if you're having an Instagram account, I guess don't make it this hard to find. But let's take a look, shall we? All right, so here's Amber's Instagram. It was a journey to get here, but here we are. 134,000 followers. I help women earn 6 and 7 figures from their cell phone. Yeah, right. We're going to take a quick look at some of the posts, the feed, the grid, if you will. It looks like she's not using presets all the time. It looks like some of these are more casual. So I'm just pointing that out. And let's just take a look at some of her content. I'm not going to turn the sound on because I don't want to get copyright claimed. But so there is fake flowers. Link is in the bio. Okay, so she's affiliating some fake flowers. And living room reset for a busy mom. Or a new mom. Okay. I will say sometimes people's content changes when they are a parent. Okay, so are we going to see her do a living room reset or not? Okay, there we're... Okay. baby. Two babies. Off to the hospital. Okay, and there's her doing makeup. Nail day before delivering baby. Toddlers. Sorry, I'm not online. I'm raising kids. Yeah, you don't need to apologize, but it's like these people set this expectation, and then when they realize what people's lives might be like for like having kids or another job or something, like it just becomes too much. So okay. Baby tech for your car. Also, since she mentioned Instagram stories and posting up to 15 a day, let's see how many she posted today. Okay, it looks like 4. All right. So there we go. And I guess we could try to figure out the dates based on these story highlights of when she posted, but we can just pretend that 4 is a typical day. All right. So what did we learn from Amber? Well, we learned a few things. Basically, she's going to give advice that she herself doesn't follow, which is pretty par for the course with these people. First of all, she says, don't buy followers. She bought followers and they just left spammy comments. She said that Instagram ended up deleting her fake followers, but she didn't delete them on her own. Like, it didn't bother her enough to delete them. But when they got deleted, she was like, well, I guess I can't really have a leg to stand on there. So she says more followers is just ego, but she will judge you if you have, if you're following more people than follow you back. She says you should post up to 15 stories a day. She posted 4 today. So yeah. And you're supposed to record throughout your day. But most people will have a hard time doing that, I think, because we like to live our lives, and being camera ready constantly and recording everything is exhausting. At least it is for me. She says to post 1 to 2 in-feed Instagram posts per day. She is also not doing that. She says don't use social media scheduling software, because apparently her almost getting banned from Instagram wasn't because she posted weird content. It wasn't because she was spamming people. It's because she was using Hootsuite, which is one of the most popular social media scheduling softwares on earth. And pretty much everybody who does Facebook or any kind of social media post for people is likely using some kind of scheduling software. So she's pretty wrong, in my opinion, there. Spend money on ads to see what works, like a little bit of money, but she spent $5,000 on an ad set and didn't get anything. So she says, spend littler amounts of money. Yeah, like don't spend $5,000 unless you know what you're doing with ads. You can use direct messages or asking people to direct message you for an opportunity. You can use polls and then see who answers the polls and send them a message, or uploading your videos to Instagram TV. And these kind of features can substitute for you not having the swipe up feature, which is available to you when you have more than 10,000 Instagram followers. The swipe up feature has since went away since this video, but I did feel like I should mention that. She thinks that we should get on TikTok. I agree with her there. Obviously, the sooner you have gotten on, the easier it is to get an audience, like any emerging platform. And make your Facebook and Instagram accounts business accounts. This way you can connect them to each other and cross-post things. Although when an audience member was like, I found it too hard, she was like, all right, then use personal. She's not going to argue with you about it, which I get. When I'm in a presentation situation and an audience member wants to argue with me, I'm not going to do it. Like, nobody wants to see that. Do I think Amber knows what she's talking about? I think she does know how to use Instagram. I don't think she is as prolific an Instagram user as she thinks she is, but I digress. I also noticed that the content that she's posted recently, it's like since she's had a baby, it's like she understands when people can be busy. When she's giving presentations, she's like, oh yeah, you can post 15 stories a day. But yeah, what if you have 2 small children to run after? What if a family member is sick and you need help take care of them? What if you work 2 jobs? For examples. The reality is that most of these people, their full-time job is creating content because they either have a massive downline underneath them or because they're business gurus who sell courses and crap. So their main source of income comes from them producing content. So they can dedicate a full-time amount of time to that. Whereas if you're doing anything else, like if you have another kind of business that is not selling your content, you literally don't have time for that. So there's nothing wrong with reposting some content to both Facebook and Instagram. There's nothing wrong with only posting, I don't know, a story once in a while, not 15 a day. Everything in moderation. So do I think Amber knows what she's talking about? I think she does. But as somebody who creates content full time, because she has a massive downline and that's who's kind of doing the work, she's just making the content. I think she has time to post more content than the average person does watching this video. She just does. And the only people who tell you you should post more content are people who have a massive downline that's making them money and their literal full-time job is making content, or business gurus who are selling courses and crap. And so they are trying to just grow their audience so that they can sell more of that crap to more random strangers on the internet. The rest of us running actual small businesses or even medium or large businesses are kind of doing what we can. And there's nothing wrong with that. So if you just want to post Instagram story a couple of times a week, that's great, because it's certainly way more than you not doing it at all. So go you. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you have a guru or somebody, a specific video, a specific topic you'd want me to react to, please leave it as a comment on this video. Or like I said earlier at the beginning of the video, you can send it to me via the website contact form that will automatically email me. And you can include links and things like that. And do subscribe to the channel if you like this sort of video. And if you like more of these videos, there's a whole Nicole Reacts playlist on the YouTube channel, as well as also on the blog part of the website. There is a Nicole Reacts category now where you can find all those past episodes. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Take care.